Hello and welcome everybody. This is Nehal from Padhaku, and today I'm with Sharad, a BTech student and placed in Mastercard. This student is one person who knows in and out about finance, in and out about different companies, and he would be sharing some of his insights with us, which is related to how was the process, how he got into Mastercard, and what was the things he previously studied about the same, and how it helped him, groom himself to the position where he is right now. I just wanted to, I want you to introduce yourself to the people who are hearing you right now.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Sharad Nahata. I'm a student of third year electrical at Punjab Engineering College. And recently, during the internship season at Tech, I cracked Mastercard for the role of an analyst. And this has been always this has been my profile for the last 6 months, which I've been preparing for, and I really enjoyed everything working on it.
Sharad, for the people who are listening, can you just let us know that what were the things you kept in mind before applying for this job or before applying for this internship? And what things, what was that regularity which you kept on studying for the same?
So yeah, mainly my field or the profile I would consider was data analyst or data science, which was really interesting because it consisted a lot of mathematics, statistics, which were very interesting for me. So along with those, I kept on with the technical skills like SQL, Python, and machine learning, and those were actually the main skills that were required for the role for which I applied at Mastercard.
So, Sharad, I would like to ask you one question, as in when you applied for this job profile, when you applied for this internship, what were the things you kept in mind before, for going on for this job description? Because you must have been studying, you must have been knowing things. So, what were they?
So actually, the profile which I applied for and which I prepared for the internship semester was that of a data analyst or a data science role, which included a lot of statistics and mathematics, and along with those, I also kept on with my technical skills.
Okay. So, this means that you were regular and consistent towards the company you're applying for.
Yeah.
So, can you just sort of give a brief about your company, like how MasterCard was formed, or as in, how it is leading the society, or how it is leading the company?
Yeah, about Mastercard, as we all know, it's a digital payment solutions company. And about Mastercard's the complete selection procedure, it was quite relaxed. And the thing is that Mastercard had a complete wanted to see the complete structure of the applicants, judging them from everything about how open their mind was, how good their technical skills were, how good their problem solving skills were. So they judged based on everything that they could.
So, like, how many rounds in total you had?
So actually, there were 3 rounds in the process: one written test and 2 rounds of interview. In the past years, there have also been a third round, but that's a very rare case scenario. So the written test was an aptitude and verbal based test, and the interviews were not separately as technical or HR rounds. Both the interviews had technical questions.
Okay, so can you just also help us knowing that what were the sections in your aptitude test, or what was the flow or the time limit you were provided for the same?
Yeah, yeah. So there were around 40 to 45 questions consistent in a 1 hour test. So in the written test, there were all kind of questions like basic aptitude consisting of questions like ratio and proportion, speed time, probability types. And apart from these, there were data interpretation questions in which you have to answer based on the data given in the form of tables or graphs. And apart from these, there were also logical reasoning and verbal questions. Verbal questions were mostly passages or comprehension types, not those like find a mistake. And as of the test, it was pretty lengthy according to the time available. So in that case, really need to be very efficient.
So that means one should be very much efficient and one should be very much fast in solving all of the
Yeah,
questions which are asked during the aptitude.
yeah,
Right, right. Uh, like while preparing for the aptitude, you told you were into all of those technical side.
yeah.
So, do you think which is like can you tell what which is the particular skill set one should go about, or how could they talk about the same or learn about the same particular skills required for the applying of this profile?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the skill set required will be SQL mainly. They focus on SQL very much. They'll surely ask you to write an SQL query. Apart from this, they ask about linear regression and also a little more from machine learning. Writing Python on your resume would be a plus point. They ask you a question on Python only if you have written it on your resume, not if you haven't written. But I assume even if they don't make it necessary for Python, it's a skill word to add because it is used very much along with its libraries like NumPy and Pandas. Another thing that they didn't like asked in the interview, but surely is a plus point to your application is Hadoop. Uh, Consider it as an option to do if you have completed with the necessary skills because they don't genuinely ask for this in the interview. Even I didn't learn how to use Hadoop, but I believe it's a plus point.
Great. So while we talked about the aptitude test and you told there were two interviews, can you give a brief of the questions which were asked during the technical rounds of the interview?
Yeah, sure. So the interview was almost overall quite relaxed. They didn't ask me anything out of scope. For the interviews, apart from the technical skills, including SQL and Python, they also asked puzzle type questions. Like I was asked puzzles in both rounds of interviews. These are basic puzzles which you could, easily find on sites like
Yes,
Geekscape.
these are the things which a person from an interviewer, like kind of a panel, would ask the students who are appearing for the same,
Yeah,
right?
it basically judges how open your mind is and how good your problem solving skills are.
And Sarad, I would also like to know a few things like how your CV should look like once you're applying for this job role or once you're applying for this role.
Yeah.
So, can you give a brief of your CV, how it looked
So
like?
yeah, in my CV, I had a work experience of an internship of research analyst, and apart from those, I had three projects. Two of them were machine learning based, and one was an economics based project. Apart from that, I had some extracurricular activities, and they also ask like resume based questions mostly on your projects and not anything else, and that's why you have to be sure that you have good projects on your resume and you need to know those projects like inside out everything about those projects. So the better your projects are, the more chances you have to be questioned about them. So that's it.
And do you think that your education, like your percentage in your 10th, 12th, or your previous semesters mattered during
No, I mean, no, I wasn't asked anything about, or they didn't even mention anything about my CGPA percentage or 10th, 12th percentage. That was just a threshold of 7.5 CGPA before I applied for the master job,
applying?
and after that there was not even a single mention of it.
Great, great. So, Sharad, at completing of this podcast, of this netcast, I would like to ask you things like, would you like to share some three tips with your juniors or the people who are applying for this role? Like, what should they read and learn, and to keep sensitize themselves with all of the matters? So, can you give some three of the main things which you think everybody should
Yeah,
know?
sure. So one thing I forgot to add was that Mastercard for this role, I know that they also ask case study questions. I was asked a case study questions, a profitability case study question, and along with those, they could also ask guesstimates. So that's also something which you would like to prepare for. Another thing is that prepare your intro well. The Mastercard's both interview sessions may or may not have had any other HR type questions, but they surely asked me to introduce myself in both times. So that is something you should be working on. Your intro should be like short and sweet, and it should catch their mind. Another thing is that don't try to make the interview as a question answer round. Make it more of a discussion with the interviewer, and that was my approach towards both the interviews, because that way even if you get like stuck between the interview at some point, you can come out of it by responding smartly and may also turn the interview into how you want it to be. That's something like which many people fail to do, and it works out negatively for them. That's all.
I think you mentioned it very correctly that you should not make a question. You should not make the interview as a question answer round, but yes, you should understand the situation and answer accordingly. And you should answer the things which you are clearly knowing about, and whatever you have written in your
Yeah.
script. I think that is the best thing one should know and one could keep in
Yes.
mind. So, Sharad, from at the end of Padhaku, I would take this opportunity to thank you for coming out with such an simple, crisp interview process you had with Mastercard. We wish you all the luck for your joining with them, and hope you take it very well, and you achieve all the heights you're thinking of.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharad.